Hey guys, Ben with IncomeOptionsTrading here on Thursday, February 6th. Hope you guys are doing well. I had a slight profit of 105 today, but it happened my first stop out with the OptionOmega bot, and we'll go over that here. It behaved pretty well. I was watching it, so we'll get into that here. But if we look at the day, we'll make this 2-minute chart so you can see the whole day. VIX was down a little bit, but again, premiums are still pretty high, so I put on a regular iron condor. That trade worked out well, expired worthless. Did have a little bit of a scare here with that one as the market dropped. It wasn't real close to getting tested, but it was still somewhat there. The put was 60-30 on that one. So we got 16 points away from that. That one expired worthless. 12:30 put on a short put spread. So the OptionOmega bot did the 60-55 short put, and I did the 60-60. If we look at that, OptionOmega bot got 90 cents, and I got 120. And that was just because there was a slight bump here. This is a green candle, so OptionOmega bot opened at the beginning. I opened it a little bit later on. Those were both stopped out just before 1:30 off of this couple big red candles. I looked at the market news. I couldn't find anything that really triggered this, but it did bounce off of about the 10-minute EMA line, or the 40 EMA line on the 10-minute chart, or the 200, I should say. So the 800-minute EMA. It bounced off that, came back up. 1:30, there was no trade because we were in this downtrend. But as the market reversed here, I decided to put on another short put spread. Figured it was around 2 o'clock, so I was okay with that. So put that on, basically picked the top here before this little down and back up. So this was not very good timing on my part, but I got the 60-45 short put on that one, so below where it reversed here. And then as it came up right before this big up move, I decided to put on a second one, and that one I got 5 points higher at 60-50, and both of those expired worthless as the market ripped higher into the close. So ended up today a little bit of a sloppy day, not the best. I wouldn't say that I traded my best. So I didn't break any rules with stops or anything, but the 2 and 215 or 220 entry isn't technically in my trading plan. Things were trending up, so I follow that part. And the timing with the back testing, it's I use 12:30 and 1:30, but those aren't hardstead numbers. You can go around that. So I figured, we're in an uptrend. I thought this was going to be a session low because of how hard it bounced. And I didn't see any news, so I decided to put some on. Today ended up turning around, so made $100. So still on my win streak here, so up over $2,000 this week. And overall doing pretty well. So let's move over to the OptionOmega bot here. Let me take a look. So here is my trade for today. So lost just shy of $700. Lost both on the long and short put, obviously because it rebounded. So 105 is where it got filled, and the closing cost was $760. So if we go into the activity log here, so first we'll include this. So these were the opening trades. So you can see opened after 2 attempts at 90 cents, and then the closing trade triggered and it filled. Took 9 seconds to fill, and first it put on for 740, and it moved up to 750 and 760. And I have it so if it tries for 40 seconds or so, and if it can't get filled in that 40 seconds, it changes it to a stop market. So if the market just would have kept dropping, obviously that wouldn't have been ideal. The stop market would have been much higher, especially if it kept going down. But I would at least get out in that 1 minute time frame. So if we include the debug here, you can see So here is where the breach was sensed here. And it didn't have the no entry, but it did breach here. The live price was 740, or it put in for 740, didn't get filled, changed it to 750, didn't get filled. 2 seconds later, this was 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds it changes 10 cents. Changed to 760, and that's where it got filled. So nice to see that the bot behaved like I expected. So that was good. It gives me confidence to trade this more, or with my full size instead of just a one lot. So that was good to see. Losing isn't fun, but at least the bot traded, or it worked as I anticipated. So, and I did expect that. So it was just good to see it in action. So if we go to the reporting here, I'm now down overall on the OptionOmega bot. The trades, like I said, because I separate this into a short only stop, it breaks it out into a long and short separate. So it's really only 6 trades with 5 winners, because it treats them both differently. But back into the red with that. But if I trade, if tomorrow, if there's 2 entries and they're both positive, then I'm back in the green. So overall, this should be profitable. Hopefully, like I talked about yesterday, some 0 DTE trades are usually streaky, where you go on sideways a lot and then you get these streaky uptrends. So just gotta stick with it, and through the sideways action or the slow down move, you gotta stick with it, because a lot of times it's clustered together and you'll get some good wins. And that's what happened Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for me. So like I said, when I put in all of my trades, including the morning iron condor in the second trade of this, and a couple of trades that I did today, I'm up over $2,000 this week, after being down a couple $100 last week. Still down overall on my account, because I had a pretty bad day. But like I said, hoping by end of February I'm back to break even. If we go back to Tasty here for a second, ES didn't trade a whole lot, just over 1 million. So the market is pretty content. Tomorrow there is some non-farm numbers in the morning, so expect a little bit of movement before the market open. VIX today was pretty much on a downtrend, minus that little spike with the drop. But VIX probably continues to fall from here. I'd be surprised if it got much lower than like 1450 here in the next couple weeks, just because Trump is doing a lot of things here. So market can move pretty wild. If you look at SPX, if you look at the expect to move tomorrow, it's a 43-point move tomorrow, so it's still pretty active. And then on Monday, it's only a $55 point move. So it's really expecting like a 12-point-ish. It'll be a little bit higher than that, but it's not expecting a huge weekend move, which I'm kind of surprised by. I think tomorrow's move is a little bit more elevated, and Monday's move is a little bit less. But Trump is supposed to be at the Super Bowl this weekend, so maybe the market doesn't think that he's going to have a lot of time to get things done. But who knows? Just thought that was interesting that I saw that Vol is pretty pumped for tomorrow. So I expect whether VIX is up or down overnight, I'll still put on my regular iron condor just because premiums are high. But we'll see after the non-farm numbers come out if that's still the case. So hope you guys had a good trading day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.